feels good having it in Wi-Fi. It feels good. Barney's a big boy. He's a big fucking purple dinosaur. Well, his belly's purple anyway. And he don't mess around. He does not mess around. How's it going, my trim people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back for week 1 of the UBL, and this week your Forest Green Snovers, first time saying that, are going up against UnderTheRadar and his, I believe, Maryland Torterrapins, unless he's recently rebranded, but I'm pretty sure that's it. I thought we'd played before, but I'm pretty sure actually we've never played, so this is going to be really, really fun. Not a player that I know too much about in terms of playing against, but a player that I have watched a lot of his videos in the past, so... know a little bit there, I guess. Oh, the Almastar does come. Didn't really want to see that. The Decidueye comes. The Aromatisse comes. Rotom H doesn't. Could have changed a bit of my prep had I known that, but never mind. It's fine. 2, 4, 6, right? Okay. So really the only thing is the Decidueye over the Rotom Heat. Oh no, the Decidueye, sorry, the Almastar over the Rotom Heat. Yeah, I'm super rusty, guys. Obviously, I took a big break for those of you that have been around the channel for a while. We've got a Gen 4 team, which the matchup here, I'd say, personally, I think slightly leans in his favour, but only slightly. But I think we're going to struggle just because I'm so rusty. We'll do our best. So really the biggest threat is something like the Almastar. In which case I think I'm going to lead off with... I didn't prep a ton for Almastar. Shout out to Eric for helping me prep for this one. Strawful. He didn't bring a ground type either, so... He did bring the Nidoqueen. That's what's missing. I knew there was something else missing, the Nidoqueen. Okay, well that's huge. That's huge. I really wish I was Volt Switch on Magnezone now. Magnezone actually kind of goes in this game. His Steel Resist is Scissor and his Electric Resist is Latios, neither of which like getting hit by the other one of Magnezone's stabs. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. I need to play the Magnezone well. Win cons. Blaziken can do a lot here. Blaziken can definitely do quite a bit here. Just going to get rocks up early, I think. I imagine we'll see a U-turn come out here. So I just want my rocks up. Yeah, this is kind of the scissor switching anyway, one of the two. So I'm kind of okay with this. I'm going to take a decent amount of chip here. We go down to 130. Can we tell? Is that any kind of banded or anything like that? We didn't see a life orb pop, I'm pretty sure there. What did I say we went down to? 130. So he took 28%, his U-turn, and that's looking pretty defensive actually. Yeah, that looks, it's either a min roll on like fully invested like Jolly, or it's like some investment. So I would say that's a mixed bulky scissor probably. Yeah, mixed bulky scissor probably. I don't really want to deal with this thing. So, I could go into Rust Bucket here. I actually think I prefer, now that I know that the Scissor's not particularly, yeah, I think I prefer the Yawn. I don't want to let this thing set up or anything like that. Now that I know that the Scissors doesn't look as though it's especially offensive, I don't, Swampert like isn't as crucial, that doesn't do too much. I would say that's definitely defensive. Had he been like Specs Hydro Pump or something, we would have taken a lot, but at least we would have known what was going on there. So we get the Yawn off, which is really, really nice. And I can either spam Yawn here. I'm trying to look at what his pivot into me would be on my thing here. I've got the wrong sticky note open. Come on. Tell we're rusty. Okay, his pivot into me would be... He could just go back to Scissor, so I don't really want to do that. So I think I am going to flip turn out. Because like if I Yawn as he goes Scissor and then he can U-turn, it's not great. I could Scold here. And then net nothing really out of that. But we want to see what the response is. Okay, so this thing comes in, that's fine. I get a little bit of momentum. And now he's in a difficult position trying to switch into my Magnezone. And that's really what we wanted. That's really what we wanted. So that's kind of best case scenario. I wonder what he went into this on the Yawn for. I believe this thing does get Baton Pass. So this could be... I think it does, right? So I think this could be Wish, Protect, Baton Pass, Moonblast. I could see that. I'm pretty sure this thing... Yeah. Like, 2 months ago when I hadn't taken a little break, I wouldn't even be doubting myself. But when you haven't played in a little while, you start to, like, wait, does it get Baton Pass? Am I being crazy? Just going to Thunderbolt because it does good damage to this. And if you go Scissor, like, I want to catch it on a big damage. Yeah, I thought so. So this is going to be an Analytics Thunderbolt. This is going to do quite a chunk. Yeah, that's really nice damage. And as I thought, that thing is quite bulky. So with that in mind, if he was to superpower me here, I don't love just giving health up on this, but I do love Scissor just dying. So it's a tricky one. If he was to superpower me here, I could take 67 odd %. That's quite a lot. I do worry about the Roost, and I'm not crazy on him just clicking Roost here, but I'm less crazy on him clicking Superpower. So I'm just going to switch. Play it safe. If he reveals the Roost, I mean, it could be knockoff as well. As he just U-turns out, okay, that's fine. Is that crit? No, it just did quite a chunk. Damn, did it do that much last time? That seemed like loads. Maybe he just got a very low roll last time. Maybe that thing is offensive. I should really calc my Thunderbolt damage. My Thunderbolt did... I need to just slow down a little bit, I think. Not go too slow, but I think I'm playing hurried at the minute. My Thunderbolt did 46 to 54. If he was like... That's like Spit Death. Max HP. He could be max HP, max attack. Yeah, that would make some sense, which would mean my Magnezone would outspeed him. This thing's a real pain in the ass for me to deal with, so... do I just let Rose go down? No, I don't think so. I don't think I need to do... He could just Spirit Shackle, though, and that's going to do quite a chunk. I think I have to let Rose go down. If he's like some sort of setup variant, I get to pivot out. Maybe a Yawn would have been a better play on a setup variant, but if we somehow live this, which we are pretty physically bulky, so we're quite low, but maybe. Depends on his investment. Alright, I think we were at 65 there, and we do die. This is why I didn't want to go into the Magnezone, because he had the option to just click that, which puts me in a difficult spot. So Decidueye, I'm just going to use a little bit of time, just trying to get my feet here, having not played in a while. So the Poltergeist should be doing like I guess I didn't need to give up HP on this when I could have just gone into my Blaziken. But I don't really mind. I don't really mind. I think with the Suicune around, like, I want to get the sand up. I want to get things popping with this. So, and if he goes Aromatisse and takes a big crunch, then I get to bring in my Magnezone. And I get to start trying to get damage off on his Wish, which puts him in a difficult position. So, this Banded Crunch is going to do a lot, plus Sand Chip, like, yeah. I mean, potentially if we even get close to a defense drop, like... Do you think that's a 2-hit KO? Does he show leftovers? I don't remember seeing his item. Do I try and defense drop Fish? If I go into the Magnezone, then he can Wish freely, and then he has to try and pass the Wish into something successfully, which is not easy for him. And this thing then is really low. So I like that. I like that. Because he either keeps the Wish on Aromatisse, and then I get a kill afterwards, or he passes the Wish and has to get the play right, which I don't think is easy for him. So the Decidueye to do 36% to my 36% to my Swampert must be invested or have just absolutely maxed rolled. So probably a decently offensive Decidueye in that case. So do you think Flash Cannon... We have Metal Sound there, by the way, just for Calm Mind speaking, just in case. Do you think Flash Cannon on an analytic boost kills Scissor from what? Is it going to be at about 20% maybe? I think it would. I'm using a lot of time here, but I'm just... We're trying to position this early game well because I feel like we're in the front. So, yeah, he protects. That's fine. It still puts him in a difficult spot now where he has to go into something on the Flash Cannon. The only thing that can resist the Flash Cannon is the Suicune, which absolutely doesn't want to take it. So, it doesn't want to be in on me, sorry, because then I can Thunderbolt the next turn. So, something's getting hit with an Analytic Flash Cannon now. I could try and Thunderbolt, predicting the Suicune, but if he decides just to sack this, which I think is less likely, but if he does, I don't want to get caught out being too aggressive. I don't really think there's any need to be that aggressive here, so... Yeah, he could easily expect a Volt Switch as well, and just try and stay in calling the Volt Switch, so... Because this does look like a turn where I could say, okay, Suicune's coming, let me Volt Switch out and keep momentum up. But with Sand and Rock, Suicune comes in, it takes Chip, it doesn't get its leftovers. And then I'm still in a spot where I Thunderbolt the next turn. He could try going Lati, but then he's in with his Lati against me, which it doesn't love, taking Analytic Flash, Thunderbolt plus Rocks, plus Sand, plus the next hit from Magnezone, because it isn't going to OHKO me unless it's Earthquake Lati, which I can try and play around potentially. And if it's... If he goes into the Decidueye, again, it's not going to OHKO me with anything. And yeah, so he's going to sack the Scissor, which makes sense. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to see that go down, because with the Swampert down, I didn't have the best switch-ins to this thing anymore. So forcing the position where we've traded the check for the thing it was checking is not so bad. I feel more comfortable with that. So here I would expect... It's tough. He doesn't have a lot for Magnezone. We've established that quite early on. So he does go into this. I need to find out if this is Earthquake, if this is Aura Sphere, what it wants to go for here, Mystical Fire. So, unfortunately, with the Sand up still, I now am taking Residual Chip. But I have leftovers. I'm pretty bulky. I definitely want to know if he's got the Earthquake here. Heavy Thunderbolt's really good play. Aura Sphere. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Magnezone would live one of those in future. And after this round of Rocks Chip, or after another round of Rocks Chip, I'm pretty sure, unless he's like AV Latios, he's going to die to an Analytic Flash Cannon after 2 rounds of Rocks, right? My Flash Cannon's... Oh, maybe not. Ugh. I forget how Spadef Latios is and how my Magnezone is not that strong. Okay, that's fine. I think I just want to knock off. I want it to kind of double predicting the Aromatisse, but I don't think it's safe to say that he's definitely going Aromatisse here. So I think a knockoff is just better. If this thing's White Herb, that would be good to know. It's Weak Armor, okay. Power Herb. Power Herb, that means it's the Meteor Beam set, okay. I didn't know this was a thing until I was running some calcs, and it was a standard thing on Showdown. I was like, oh, so this is what Armor Star does now, is it? So my knockoff plus Rocks put him in about 50%. So he's probably offensive. So does Weak Armor drop by 1 or by 2 stages on defense? I really don't know. It looks like he's just fully offensive. Aqua Jet's not going to do enough. I don't really want to take a hit from this thing. I don't really want to take a hit from this thing, but he's fast now and nothing else wants to take the hit from him. So, my best play is to Aqua Jet into Aqua Jet. The reason being, I'm going to lower his defense anyway, so my next Aqua Jet will kill. one hit from Play Rough might have killed, but 2 Aqua Jets will kill anyway. And if the Play Rough misses, then I'm in a really tough spot. Okay, he does just pump. We should be able to take this decently well. Yeah, we chew, we get our leftovers back. You see, and now we can Aqua Jet this next turn. And it actually means we get 2 turns of leftovers instead of just 1, which is really nice. So he could try and go Decidueye on the Aqua Jet here. It's a good play if he does. I'm not gonna try and shut that down because again, it's just residual. It's just chip. It's just rocks plus Aqua Jet chip plus eventually sand chip. Like, yeah, okay. So we take that. So he now has the Suicune, the Decidueye, the Aromatisse, and the Latios. The big threat is set up Suicune right now. That's the big threat. That's how I could lose this game potentially, or potentially Sword Stance Decidueye maybe. I definitely need Azu though. I for sure need Azu. Because of how well it deals with the Latios and the fact that I really need you as well. If I have this for the Latios plus Rust Bucket for the Latios, then I think Barney becomes the most expendable. I'm not thrilled with sacking this, but I guess my Sand Chip going, it stops him from being able to set up too much. You know, he can't double Sword Stance here. And if he does go for like the Poltergeist, for example, then we're in a good spot. He sees I'm Choice Banned. He will have seen that already from the damage if he's calced it. It's fine. Now I am just going to Stone Edge here, I think. Yeah. I feel as though it's really a no drawback play because if I miss, he can only set up 1 Sword Stance. He can't go for a double Sword Stance here and bank on me missing twice. If he goes Aromatisse, I'm going to do huge damage. And I don't want to just let this thing in to crunch to then pass wishes around. So, I mean, it's fine. Like, we did what we played what we thought we needed to play. I'm going to Stone Edge again. Reason being, if he Moonblasts here, like, I want to get Magnezone in on a free turn, and I don't want to let him Wish Pass, so I want to pressure him to now either pick, like, I think if I land another Stone Edge, this Aromatisse is dead after Protect even. Like, this is, Tyranitar's such a strong boy. Fuck me, I love Tyranitar. I don't think I've ever drafted this thing in a Wi-Fi league. I think I've only had Mega. I think this is my first time. I've probably said this in the draft analysis. I haven't recorded the draft analysis yet. But this is like one of my most used Pokemon in draft, and I don't know if I've ever had it in Wi-Fi, and feels good having it in Wi-Fi. It feels good. Barney's a big boy. He's a big fucking purple dinosaur. Well, his belly's purple anyway. And he don't mess around. He does not mess around. I'm just going to keep Stone Edge in, keep the offensive pressure on. If we miss on the next potential Wish, then we try and go Magnezone on the Protect. Yeah, I just want to try and keep the offensive pressure on at all times. And we succeed in doing that. So, I don't think the crit mattered, but maybe it did. He did look like he got back to a similar range of health. I think one way or another we were coming out of that on top with or without the crit eventually. I mean, I really don't know that damage roll. Maybe the crit did matter, and maybe I'm probably being too eager there. The crit probably mattered, so I apologize for the crit. It does not hurt in any world. Okay. So I've got 4 Stone Edges left. He can Scold. I'm quite fast, so I might even outrun him. I'm going to keep Stone Edging for damage here, because this thing is a potential threat. And what I can do is I Stone Edge him down. Eventually I can Thunder Wave him with Lati, and then I can kill him with the Blaziken. And that's really what I'm going for here. So I do outspeed him. I thought I might, so the speed investment playing off there. And I don't want to just give him health on like Lati or on Azumarill or Magnezone for no good reason. Doesn't seem worth it. So I'm going to Stone Edge again. Hopefully we can keep hitting as he protects. Oh shit, that's my last Stone Edge. Now I struggle. Now I struggle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go high. Okay, well there's a number of things here. I have to make a switch because... yeah, I have to make a switch. Because I can't afford to lose this. I still have Blaziken that can beat the Decidueye if I land a Blaze Kick. I don't like leaving it up to that, but I kind of wanted this for Decidueye, but I think... okay, it's sub. Interesting. Interesting. So he can PP stall a bit. I can go into that and start crunching. What I want to do is I want to save some Thunderbolts, but I'm going to Thunderbolt this first time here. See if he protects. He does. Okay. And then next time I think he's going to go for Protect. I'm going to Teleport out, which he probably won't see coming. And I'm going to bring in Tyranitar then. And I'll start crunching down through his subs, but at least I'll be cancelling out his leftovers with Sand, which seems pretty useful. And because I outrun him, that'll be nice. So, I mean, I could just do it this next turn on what? He's going to Scold here. Actually, I should teleport this turn on the sub so as not to waste too much PSP, right? Nah, wait, he can't. Yeah, because he... Does he protect here? Try and stall out a turn? He either protects or he subs, right? In case he scolds, I teleport, and then... Yeah, that's what I do. In case he subs or protects, I teleport. Well, just in case he scolds, I teleport rather than going hard T-Tower. I get in T-Tower, cancel out the leftovers, I start spamming Crunch. I'm faster than him, so he subs slower than me. As we actually get a pretty nice little shimmy out of that. That's nice. That works out really nicely. I don't think it's in range of Mystical Fire yet, so I'm going to bring in Wei Shen. And I'm going to... yeah, I'm just going to Blaze Kick. I'm not going to overthink this. Like, I could try and call the Suicune coming in, but yeah, in case he does this, like, I want to take this. White Herb obviously was to be able to basically CC twice. Please don't miss, you son of a bitch. To be able to CC twice into Suicune without dying as soon as we dropped our stats was the idea there. So I expect to see the Lati come out now. Who is the least useful for killing Suicune? Who is the least useful for killing Suicune? I think it's a Azumarill. I'm pretty sure it's a Azumarill. Because I can get burnt. Yes, I can Encore, but with the speed tiers that I have remaining, I don't think I need to Encore. He's Calm Mind, Scold, Sub, so he might be last move Protect. Good play by him going for the Thunderbolt. But I don't think it's going to do enough to save him here. So I'm just going to knock off. If I get rid of the Suicune's leftovers, if I somehow live a hit from this thing. Nope, we don't live. That's fine. I now go into... Oh, got an alarm going off, excuse me. I now go into Lati. He could be choiced on this thing. In which case he would have to sack the Suicune here, but that's fine. I'm going to Draco Meteor. I could T-Wave, but I don't feel the need, like, okay, he Dragon Pulses, which means that he isn't choice, but he does outrun me. I'm not running max speed. I was speed creeping my own Flygon speed creep in case he wasn't max speed. We're going to chew that up, and we're then going to be able to drop a Draco on him. As we both have the same idea, I really should have T-waved. I really should have T-waved. I think I made a bit of a boo-boo not T-waving. Have I thrown this not T-waving? Ugh. Have I thrown this? Have I thrown this game by not T-waving? I think I have, haven't I? Now, oh, that's super bad. My hope is that he roosts. My hope is that he collects a roost here. I think I've thrown. Oh! I should have T-waved, man. Fuck. I feel like... I feel like we could win that end game, but I think we have to recreate the whole game. I don't think we can... Oh, I don't know if we can theorem that out. I'm pretty sure we had it still. We died to the next. Maybe not actually. How low was the how low is the mag zone? Nah. He's saying no shot. Maybe he means we've got no shot of winning that. If the Aura Sphere, does Aura Sphere pick off Magna Zone from there? I think I threw by not T-waving. I think I hard threw that game. Like a massive, massive throw. By not considering, oh, he could be Herbanberry too. That's why you brought T-Wave specifically for that. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna hop and call, guys. I'm gonna make a pause. We're gonna hop and call and figure it out. I'll be right back with probably the result.
If I crit the Magna Zone, because he did have enough bulk to live. I do not have Earthquake. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this down to just what if I crit the Magna Zone. So the only thing we're doing here on Showdown to decide is he's going Magna Zone, I'm going Lati, I'm clicking Aura Sphere. If I crit, I win the game. If I don't crit, he wins the game. It's that simple. Are you ready to see how this decides out?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Okay, there we go.
Yep, and then you would have killed me from the range that I was at.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What? GG, man.
This is my third loss in a row. This is very bittersweet because it was a really good game.
Really good game.
Third loss in a row, and it feels kind of crappy.
Really good game,
it was phenomenal.
I'm sorry it came down to this too, as you guys heard him say there, because I was recording you're recording the call there. Yeah, that's all it came down to at the end of the day. I should have cleaned up the end game a bit better with T-Wave if that had landed, etc., etc. But yeah, this was the best way we could resolve it. Was just if you'd crit, you'd have won. And there was no point in us replaying all of those turns with trying to rely on Stone Edge hitting and all those other things. Like, there was no point in the recreation, so this was the fairest way to resolve the match. Yep. So there we are, guys. I cut that somewhere. I don't know where I cut it, but we carried on talking on... Oh, shit. I don't know what I've got muted right now. I should probably unmute that and then mute this. Here. Anyway, yeah, that was probably a mess of noise going on. I don't know if it worked properly when I let him into call and stuff. I definitely let him in late, or let him into video on the call. But yeah, sorry that game ended up being settled in a weird kind of way. But, I mean, huge shout out to him because he was the one that straight away was like, look, let's just get in call. Neither of us want to recreate this. And then was straight away like, well, you're not max speed Lati, so it's not speed tie. I win that. Makes sense. Does your Magna Zone take an Aura Sphere? Because if not, I've won this game. Makes complete sense. He's knew all of my items pretty much. He's frisked or poltergeisted choice band and stuff like that, so he knew I wasn't Scarf, Tyranitar, etc., etc. So it all made complete sense. It just came down to that Magna Zone, if he could crit it or not. Now, obviously, we couldn't do that in the actual game because we'd have to recreate, and the way RNG works, my understanding of the way RNG works is that if you recreate the exact same match with the exact same series of plays, it doesn't recreate the RNG. You can't do that. So there's no way we could possibly ever know would he have crit in that original game. The best thing we could do is play a game of Pokemon and see if he crits, right? It's the same odds as in the game. Let's just see if you get it, right? So it was essentially just like rolling a die for him or flipping a coin with the exact same probabilities in the game. So that was the best way to recreate, and that was his idea. Like, credit to him, because I was kind of in that position where I was like, well, look, barring you critting, I win this game, so does that mean I win this game? But I was also like, I feel really bad winning the game based on that, not giving him the opportunity to crit, and he was the one that straight away thought, well, let's go on Showdown and find out. So good thinking. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to keep rambling on because I have a tendency to do that. I really enjoyed that game. I urge you to go and check out his side, A, because it was a good game, and B, because we talked for longer on his side. I just didn't want to keep it all in here because, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't want to. So you can go over there and check it out. It gives you a reason to go check out his channel. There you go. So go check it out. And, yeah, drop him a subscribe and everything else. I'm sure he will bounce back and have a great season because he's a very good player, as you saw there. Anyway, I am going to shut up now. We're back. Forest Green Snovers kicking off with a W. Who'd have thought it? A bit of luck involved too, maybe. Thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.